Georgia lawyers Bob and Irreverent D talk law. Listen up for stories about how things really happen in our legal system. Who are these guys? Dwayne Singleton, Irreverent D, is a criminal defense attorney in the state of Georgia. Benjamin O. Benson, aka Bob, is a personal injury attorney in Atlanta. Today, Bob and Irreverent D welcome chiropractor Tanaz Motorisi. Now, sit back and take a listen as Bob and Irreverent D talk law.
Listen, welcome to the Bob and Irreverent D talk law and talk medicine show. Today we're going to be talking about medicine. I'm Bob. That's short for Benjamin O. Benson of the Bob Law Firm. We're a personal injury firm in Atlanta. I'm joined, as always, by the Reverend Irreverent D, Dwayne Singleton of the Singleton Trial Lawyers Group in Griffin, Georgia. And we're also joined today by one of our favorite chiropractors.
Our guest star,
Tanaz Motorisi. And she has, tell us just a little bit about what you, about your practice, Tanaz.
I'm a chiropractor. I'm happy to be here. He's one of my favorite lawyers to work with.
One of your favorite?
We have a lot of good ones, right? In Georgia. Graduated in the... Well, you're going to become one too. So graduated 2010. What am I looking, by the way?
Oh, yeah, your camera is right
There's a lot of camera
there.
here.
Yeah. Just keep
A lot
looking
of camera
there.
here.
Or you can look at me, or you can look at Dwayne.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Where did you-
this
were
all
you at-
camera make me a little nervous.
No, I don't know. There are a lot of people who are not from here don't know this, but like Atlanta and particularly Marietta is chiropractor central because of the school, Life University here.
Right.
Did you go to Life University?
Yes, I graduated 2010 from
Okay.
Life University in Marietta.
And then, like many other chiropractors, you worked for a while with another chiropractor, and then eventually you started your own practice.
Right.
Where is your practice?
My baby practice, it's in Norcross, Georgia.
Okay.
That's what I started in the 2014. And then now I recently opened a new one in Alpharetta.
How is that going?
It's going very well. It's going very
Congratulations.
well. Thank you. It's about a year now. And that's close to the home. So it's going very
That's
well.
nice.
Yes.
So one of the reasons that we wanted to have you on the show is because a lot of people don't really understand what chiropractic care is about. And in particular, a lot of times my clients don't understand. My clients are people who get injured in like car accidents. Same with some
Right.
of Dwayne's. They don't understand how it works.
And it's funny to me that people are scared to go to the chiropractor because they're like, I don't want to be cracked on. I'm like, but you want to go to an orthopedic surgeon
Who's going to
Get the
cut?
injection.
who's going to cut you open? You know, that seems much, God's sealed tight package wasn't meant to be cut open, guys. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So Dwayne, you have a lot of experience in having been cut open, right?
Yeah, I've had a couple of back surgeries, yes.
And you broke your
so
neck.
you've done
Yeah,
chiropractic before that?
Yeah, so I broke
Okay.
my
Well,
neck.
then it feels good.
I've had back surgery, so yeah, I've been a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it is not meant to be, it's not meant to be opened.
You're not supposed to be cut open.
No.
Right.
I can definitely detect the weather changes now. Yeah.
So when the clients that you have, they've been injured somehow, or they're just coming to you because they have sore back. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's about right. We do mostly injury.
Okay.
So our office is about 90% car accident injuries.
Okay.
We specialize in that. All the doctors at the office and staff, they all know, how they have to be with the injured patients. So it's different than the wellness. Yeah, you might see cracking and all other stuff and the wellness patients that they're asking for it. But for injured patient, we have a different way of adjustment. So we have to do assessed, and we do a lot of, we call it orthopedic test, we do it on them to make sure where the problem is. And then we decide how to do the treatment. We do cracking or we do gentle adjustment. Plus, we do a lot of therapeutic kind of work as well. So it's like an electromuscle stimulation. They all passive kind of work on the client that they got injured. So they're all helping with the inflammation. If it's a whiplash, it's more musculoskeletal issues. that we are helping. If it's broken, chiropractor cannot help, of course. They
Gotcha.
have to go, see orthopedic doctors or whoever specializes in that.
So if you have a client that's come to you because they were injured in a wreck, and you think or you suspect that they have some kind of broken back or broken neck, and they need a backiotomy or whatever, right? Like
Backiotomy.
you don't treat them, you send them to like a specialist.
Yes, we always collaborate. We always work with other medical offices. We send them to MRI to make sure it's not any, tear or tear in the ligaments of the, we want to make sure we're not going to do any kind of treatment to the people that really damage like that. So we send them to orthopedic doctors for, evaluation as well. So we kind of work together hand by hand.
Okay, so in an injury case, now we're going to talk. We haven't prepared for this in advance, so
Yeah.
let's take it. Let's
Right.
take it a little bit slow for our audience.
Yes.
Okay? What I want to ask you is, how do you make money, without sounding so like crass about it? Like, do you charge like by the hour? Like, do people come in and they give you your credit card? Like, how does it work?
Are we talking about
So if it's
injured
say it's a
car
personal
accident?
injury. Yeah.
Okay. So when they come to us, if they have a lawyer, so we are just going with the lawyer like a straight, like we're dealing with the lawyer. So the patient does not have to pay anything out of pocket.
How is that possible? How do you make money if you do that?
Well, so we trust in our lawyers, right?
Okay.
So if it comes from you, we trust in you, right? We're gonna have a paperwork with you that you actually guarantee that we are gonna get paid if the patient gets settled. So basically,
right.
if they get money, we get money. If they don't get money, we all lost. I
We all
guess.
lose,
Yes,
right.
that's what it is.
The way I try to explain it to my clients, and I don't do it, I mean, I do a pretty good job of it,
Mm-hmm.
but like, what you're doing is you're loaning medical treatment. Like, you're
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of like that.
right? Because with the assurance, with the hope, with the expectation that when they settle their case, that you're going to pay them back,
Right.
right?
So we really recommend all the client have a medical pay in their insurance, in the auto insurance.
What
It's
does that? What does that mean?
It's a medical insurance that is covered by the auto insurance.
Okay.
So if we always recommend, please try to have that add to your auto insurance, which that's not gonna cost so much. I don't know exact, amount.
It's like ridiculously
Yeah, it's
cheap.
really cheap. It's
But a
like
lot of people
$10
don't
or
have it
something.
on their policy,
Unfortunately, they don't, and we are keep educating our clients and patients about it because it's
Yeah,
very
because
important.
Once you've
Very
already
important.
had
Med pay.
Med
Med
pay,
payments.
have it, please, please.
Yet, Dwayne, how easy is it to get medical payment?
It's
Very.
super easy to get it put on your policy, but the problem is they send you little postcards in the mail like, do you want to reduce your rates?
Oh, exactly.
Right?
That's the
And it's
problem.
like,
Yes.
get rid of your uninsured motorist coverage and your med pay, the things that protect you, and
Right.
will reduce your rates by $50 or
So
whatever, and it's just not worth it.
It's just if they don't ask, the agent don't offer.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have to ask. for
Right,
it.
and unfortunately, what we're surrounded by is advertisements all the time about how you could save 15%.
Right.
Or you could
Yeah.
save just by
$10 a
short,
month.
yeah, short period of time. In fact, it's that 15% that might save your ass.
Right.
Excuse my French, but
Yes.
it might save you if you actually get in a wreck.
Yes,
because
that's true.
those are the things that would pay
It
your
makes the
bill.
life easier for all of us. Like
Yeah.
if they have the medical pay, it's not just paying their medical part, it's actually a money in their pocket. As you know better than me about that, right? So
Yeah.
it's mostly like that.
Let me unpack that.
Okay.
Here's how it works, right? So
Yeah.
anytime that I'm talking to my client
Right.
about, okay, listen, the normal action, as you know this, Dwayne, right? The normal action in a personal injury case is that you have to get all of the things done,
Right.
right? What do we hear all the time with clients? They get in a car wreck and they say, like,
How much is my case worth when I'm going to get my check?
right? That and the auto insurance company of the other party should pay my
Should pay,
medical.
yeah, they
Right.
should pay this. Why do I have to pay this off of my insurance?
Why do I
Right.
have to pay this? Whatever.
Right.
And what we are constantly having to explain to them is, look, the normal action in any kind of civil case is you pay for or do all the things that you need to do, and then
Right.
after you've done it all, we know how much it is. We settle up for all of it.
Right.
Right. And that
Because you don't get to go to the well twice.
That's right. You can
one time.
only settle with them once.
Right.
And so a lot of times our clients have this expectation that, oh, let's just pretend it's ABC Insurance Company.
Yeah, right.
Right? I just send the bills, send by Dr. Motoresi. Can't you just send your bills to the liability carrier? Can't you just send it to ABC Insurance Company, the insurance company for the person who hit me, and they pay you? And the answer is, like, well, they won't do that.
Right.
Right? Now, your insurance company
They
will.
give a very hard time. They try to cut as much as is possible, and they put us in trouble. But my other problem is to explain to the client, if they use their MedPay, their insurance is not going up. That's another problem. Can you explain that too? Because I have to explain that all the time.
I have that. You know what? What we're going to do,
Yes.
we're going to do a video.
Just about that.
We're just about that.
That would
I
be
actually
good.
have little
I have a lot to say.
little
Yes.
canned videos for all of my clients about certain things, and unfortunately, I don't have that. Here's the law.
Yeah.
The law is, if you file a claim with your own insurance company,
Here you go.
and it's not your fault, your own insurance company cannot by law,
Right.
increase
It's
your premiums.
illegal.
Thank
Right.
you.
Now, I can tell you, we're gonna wind up with this.
Okay.
What's going to happen in the next 3 months is that all of my clients who I've said that to are going to call me and they're going to say, my rates
insurance
just
went
went up by
up, yes.
20%.
I can
Right?
see that.
It's going to happen.
Yes.
And we know that because we just heard that rates across the board
It's
Right,
gonna go
going
up.
up.
Are
It's
going-
not,
are
it's
going
not
up.
gonna
It
happen.
does
nothing
Okay,
to do with your
this.
accident.
Yes.
I promise you can take my word as a lawyer.
That's
I
good.
promise it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that we have MedPay, that we filed with your own insurance. Everybody is getting, exactly.
I do have a question though, since I've got you.
Yes.
How long does treatment normally take, and like, when do you know to stop treating? What are you looking for?
Again, we go back with the evaluation and where the problem is. So the cause, like which part of the body, how bad it got damaged, right? It's between, we can say 12 to 24 visit is the normal way of doing it.
Okay.
It depends how bad of an injury is. We always recommend never stop the chiropractic after you get in car accident anyways.
Right.
We stop it just due to the, liability and insurance not allow us more than that to go
Right.
forward with it. But the injured client really, for staying healthy after series of treatment,
Chiropractic
they
care is
need
good
to
for
have
life.
it for end of their life, at least once a month after the series of
Like going
treatment.
to the dentist, but more
Yes.
often.
I
right?
mean, if you don't want to go back where you've been after, you have to continue. Yes.
And I guess too, the specialist in the practice, so you know where to refer people to and where to send people to, because we're lawyers. We don't know where to
Right.
send you, right?
Yes, we're dealing with that. We know all the good surgeons. We know the good concussion centers, rehab centers. So if we need to refer out, we will refer out.
Because the goal is to get better.
Yes,
right?
the goal for all of us is to help the client back to the normal life they had before the car accident. Yes.
All right, one last question.
Yes.
I've heard that you can cure diabetes with chiropractic treatment. This can happen?
We just can manage the symptoms, maybe.
Very
Yes.
good. I've also heard, never trust a lawyer who ever says only one more question. I had two more questions. I've also heard this.
You
like,
have a lot of questions. Vern.
Well, I mean, this is the time to dispel myths, right?
Okay, yeah,
So
sure.
I've also heard, don't go to a chiropractor because they'll get you hooked on it for the rest of your life and you'll have to keep going.
Well, you know why?
Why is
Because-
that? Why is that
Because they
happening?
feel different.
Makes
they
you feel
high
good.
rated.
Feel better,
Yes,
right?
that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Well, I don't.
Especially
my-
people do sport,
Yeah.
like the athletic. They don't know how good of a feeling gonna have after they actually get chiropractic care
Yeah.
till they done it.
'Cause the
Then they're like,
chiropractic
oh, I
care
can
is-
do actually better performance now.
Right. Because you're getting them back lined up, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you for joining
Oh,
us. It's been
okay.
so
Thanks
much
for
fun.
having
Awesome.
me.
Thank
Great
you.
time. Thank
It
you
was
for
a
answering all our
pleasure.
questions. Thank you for joining us on the Bob and Irreverent D Talk Law podcast. Make sure that you send us an email to bobandidtalklaw@gmail.com. I am not reading that from a teleprompter.
Comment down below. Like us. Thumbs
Yes,
up.
like it.
Yeah, and make sure that you subscribe.
Follow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next time when Bob and Irreverent D talk law.